Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy my painting videos and I hope you learn something from me. So today I'll be painting some fishes. I love koi fishes and I've done lots and lots of koi fishes in the past, whether I did them for personal enjoyment or for tutorial purposes. So I'm going to link in the description box below some other koi or fish painting tutorials that you may choose from so that you have a lot of versions to come up with. So here are the colors that I'll be using for today's painting. We have titanium white, black, medium yellow, cadmium yellow. You can use primary yellow. This is burnt sienna, orange, and red. So as you can see here, my canvas paper is already painted black. It's not pure black, by the way, just to let you know. It's just a combination of all the colors that were left on my previous paintings. So all the colors, the remaining colors, I did not just let them dry. I placed them in sealed container so that I can mix them. And when you mix all the colors, they become muddy and they become dark. And I did not waste any paints, or I did not waste that much or that much amount of paints because wastage of paints, I just don't like that idea because paints give life to my paintings and of course to the world. Right, so you want something painted on with the colors that you prefer. So I felt that I should save some colors, that instead of throwing them away or just letting them dry, just place them in a small container that I don't use anymore or that got emptied. So yeah, here are the old paints that I use for my past painting tutorials. Okay, so I'm using an 11 by 14 canvas paper and we'll be doing the portrait style. So I'm going to sketch first the subject where things are going to go. Actually, I haven't really prepared the colors. I just placed the colors right beside me, but we will be doing two fishes. So one is like one would be more underwater and the other one is more surfacing uh, on the water. I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna use my titanium white, my lamp black, my burnt sienna. Okay. Of course, my medium yellow. Okay, my orange. And you know what? We will be using only a few drops or blobs of paints because the fishes will be um, like the color of the fish will be more white than any other color. So I've got some red as well. All right, so I'm going to sketch first the subject as I already mentioned. So I'm going to wet my brush. For the sketch, you can use any color that you want. It doesn't really matter as long as you can see the shape of the subject. So I'm just going to use my white since it can be easily seen against my black or dark canvas paper. So there will be two fishes, as I mentioned. So one will be more underwater, like that. So this will be like the tail. Okay. And we will be painting over it with the shape of the second fish right on top of it. But just to make sure that it's there. So it's like an eggplant. Okay, so I'm gonna draw or sketch the fin, and a lot of the areas or a lot of um I don't know why I can speak properly today. So a lot of these portions of this fish right here will be painted over or glazed over with some black or dark color, simply because it's underneath or underwater, not underneath. So as I told you, there will be two fishes, right? Okay. This is just to let you know where things are gonna go. I will definitely paint over this, but just so you know, okay. And I will make a little bit of adjustment just to balance things out, okay? Like this. Okay. And we will be doing some ripples just to suggest that there is water, okay, that they are underneath. This will be the back fin for this fish, and there will be fin right here going on. Okay, like that. So basically, just it's like this. But we're gonna do first the first sketch that we did right here, so that it would be easier for us to do the second fish right on top of it. And for that, I'll be washing my brush out just to make sure that there's no white, because you know white changes everything. When white is mixed with other colors, the color just becomes more opaque, and that's not really the color that we want for this spot. So I'll be using my red. I'll be using my red, and I'll be mixing it with tiny bit of black because my black is quite strong. So this tiny bit. And we're gonna color this part. So I can actually paint over now the sketch. The sketch is supposed to guide me only. It's not really supposed to be there. The sketch lines, I mean. Okay, like that. I'll be getting my orange. Actually, I should have done the white part, but let's challenge ourselves. Let's do this first. Okay. This. And let's go back to some red colors. Okay, again, paint over the sketch line already. You don't want that anymore. Right, like that. Yeah, I'm gonna change my brush so that I don't contaminate, oops, so that I don't contaminate the colors. I'm gonna get my white and black so that it's gray. Again, my lamp black is super strong, so be careful with the amount of black that you will be using. I'm gonna do some gray color for the first fish as an underpainting. Okay, this is very preliminary, no detailing yet. I think I'm gonna make a little bit of adjustment right there. I could have done this part first before I did the orange and the red, but it doesn't really matter. If you commit that mistake of um, mis-sequencing your process, it's all right. It's just paint over it if you want. Okay, like that. I mean, again, I'll be painting over the sketch lines because we don't need that anymore. And as I told you, I'll be glazing over lots and lots of areas here that you see. Okay, okay, this is preliminary. We're not doing any dimensions yet. This is very preliminary. and I'm gonna color this part. The fish that you see underwater will not be that visible later, but it should be there should be a suggestion of its presence. Okay. So I'm just graying down the parts of the fish's body. All right. And let's color the second fish. So it will be painted over the sketch for the fish underneath. So I'm gonna use my gray color still. Okay. I just paint over it. Okay. We're still in the underpainting process. Now I'm gonna add a little more black to that so that it's darker. It should not be black, but it should be darker gray. That's too dark. Okay, maybe this dark. All right, and then let's color this part. Now we're starting to create or to suggest some dimension. Okay. Try to blend a bit because it's just dimension. It's not really trying to divide the fish into two parts. Okay. And then using my fingers or my hand, I'm just gonna try to blend a bit because I don't like the harsh lines. Oops, okay, it's okay. I'm gonna paint over that area. Okay, and let's try to fix that now. And using this black, I'm gonna darken a little more this part of the fish's body. Okay. The back fin. Okay, like that. And using this gray, I'm gonna touch on my orange and yellow. Let's color the head. Okay, I will have to adjust a bit. Okay. Because I think I made my proportioning a bit wrong. I'm gonna add tiny bit of red. Okay, now let's go back to the gray color and let's color this part of the mouth. Okay, like this. All right, just like that. Okay, I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna get, okay, I'm gonna use the same yellow orange color. Okay. Okay, that's two. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of red and orange right here. Okay. Just like that. And some markings like this. And along this area. Okay, and some dark reds. Okay, just like that. Okay, and I'm gonna switch brush. I'm gonna change my brush. Let's get some, okay, I'm gonna get my white, pure white. I hope this hair is already dry, or at least dry enough for me to, okay, I think it's dry enough for me to be able to paint over it. So I'm gonna use pure white just to highlight this body of the fish. I accidentally touched on my orange color, but I don't care. As long as my white is the most dominant or the more dominant color, I'm good. So I'm just gonna make some short dabbings, as you probably can notice. You know, by creating this, I'm also creating some sort of patterns on the fish's body. And just pure white. Okay. Okay, now let's create some more details like this. Just short dabs. Pure white. All right, just like that. And then using this white as well, I'm just gonna go and create some sort of line on the back of this fish. Okay, and then I'm gonna whiten a bit this area. We're starting to create some highlights. Okay, also here. I'm not really wetting my brush. The technique is more of dry brushing, but it's also wet enough for me to be able to spread the paint evenly on my canvas paper without trying so hard. Right, like this. Okay. And then here, down here, I'm going to use still pure white. I told you during the intro of this video, we will be creating some sort of ripple effect. Okay. And then I'm gonna water down my white a bit and then spread that watered down white right here. Okay. Some white coloring down here, I mean on the back. Okay, like that. Mhm. And then we're gonna create some more detailing on the scales. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for this area to dry. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. I'm gonna use a small angle brush. I'm gonna get my lamp black. And I'm just gonna go around the shape of the fish. Okay. And draw a very thin line just to separate this fish from the bottom one or from the one like under it. Okay, we want to make sure that they are separate. Okay. So using black, I'm just going to separate those two fishes by outlining the shape of the fish. You may have to use water so that it glides smoothly. Okay, now using this black, I'm just gonna go and start glazing. Start darkening the bottom areas. And here, I'm just gonna try to glaze it. Okay, like that. Again, using black. Okay, again, using black, I'm just gonna separate this fish. Not really separate it from its body parts, but to create dimension, it's necessary that we are conscious where to put the light and the darkness. I'm gonna make some black glazing right here, but not on top of not on the back, okay? So that it's like surfacing as well, a little bit. Just the sides. So I have to wet my brush uh, just to make sure that the paint glides smoothly. Just the sides. And I have to do the same thing right here. So I'm just gonna glaze it with black. Not because it's black, but because it's underneath. It's underwater. So we cannot really see so much of its details. And the tail, Again, we just want to glaze it. We don't want it to be painted over. Okay, glazing is different from painting over. The same procedure, only that when you glaze, you use more water. And right here, again, don't paint over it. Make sure that it's still there, it's still visible. Okay. Now, again, using black, I need to separate the gills. Oh my God, what did I say? Heel? The gills. And then here, so. It's all about technique, to be honest. Now using black, I'm just gonna use some darker gray color and start creating some patterns on the body of my fish. Right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna get some orange colors, and I'm gonna create like the back detailing for this fish. Okay, let's create some more gray color right here. Maybe darker gray. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of orange, and I'm gonna apply the orange color quite randomly on the back of the fish. And it doesn't have to be bright orange. Actually, we should actually avoid applying bright colors when we are painting nature. It's just not the right color. And I'm gonna glaze it with some orange color right here. And then some light gray again. And then some gray markings. Okay, like that. And let's darken this area. Gonna get some yellow. I'm gonna color this area a little bit of yellow. Okay, just like that, very subtle. You don't want to overdo that. Just very subtle. And right here as well. On the head. And this part. Okay, and then using black, let's reshape the fish. Right. Okay, now let's do some detailing on the head. Right here. Okay, like that. Then let's add some gray colors. Okay, and then I'm gonna lighten the back. And maybe I'm gonna use another brush. Okay, I'm gonna use some gray. And I'm gonna gray the sides. Just the side. Okay. And also this. And then using black. using white. Like that. Okay, some white on the head. Just glazing it. And then right here. Okay, I'm gonna create some tiny markings. This will be repetitive. However, just enjoy it. Okay. Like that. Okay. Let me just get my black. And I have to reshape it. And add some dark colors here and there. Just to make sure that everything is dark. Okay, I'm gonna darken again that part. A little suggestion of like ripples. And then I'm going to darken this part just to give it more dimension. Okay. Let's redefine that back fin. It got lost. Okay. Let me check it because I haven't really seen it from my camera's view. Okay. Mhm. It should dry a bit. You know, when the paint dries, it's gonna look a little different. So this area needs more darkening, I should say. I'm gonna try to darken it even more. So I'm just glazing it, then using a dry brush. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna, yeah, darken it as well, this part. And white and orange. Okay. And tiny bits of markings. Okay. And then maybe more orange here. And red and orange. And tiny bit of black. Like that. And let's just reshape this. Okay. more detailing. Like that. Right here. And then some light orange. Oops, sorry. And when I say light orange, you just mix your orange with white. Okay. Just like that. Markings on the head. Like that. And now use pure orange. Like that. Right here. Using white. Let's create some. Okay. And then some gray. I'm gonna get some gray, okay? Just line it like that, very thinly. Yeah, just like that. Oh, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna use a small book. Okay. My hand is definitely not in control today. I keep my paintbrush. I'm having a difficult control over them. So I'm gonna use pure white, and I'm gonna use that to create some patterns on the back. Again, pure white, but I'll be going in different directions or in different areas quite randomly to apply some highlights like that. Okay, tiny bits of white to really highlight the scales. Okay, and some red, but very, very small or very subtle detail. Okay, just like that, and that's it. Very small. Okay. I'm getting a smaller brush again. Getting some white. And then black. Just a few more detailing and this is almost done. Yes. Patches of black right here. Like that. Okay, it's very simple. It's really, really simple. I don't think this is something that you will stress so much about. Oops. So I'm gonna get my gray, but this time I'll be adding a tiny bit of yellow. Okay, let's go back to this fish right here. All right. Again, it's a very tiny detail that should be there. Now getting back to black, let's glaze over this part. Also here. And right here, down here. You check. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, like this. Right. Just like that. Just a little bit of adjustment right there. Mhm. I'm gonna add tiny bits of markings. And okay, just like that. And I already had this painted over the shape of the tail, but it's okay. I'm just gonna redo that. Like that. Very simple. Okay, this is a very simple subject, and I hope that you enjoy this one. So I'm gonna sign this now because it's basically done. Or maybe not. I'm just gonna add tiny bit of detailing. And a little bit of light orange, but very subtle, just like that. Mhm. Very subtle. All right, just like that. Oh, I kind of like this one. It's very simple. It's very simple and it's very much me. I'm gonna apply a little bit of gray down orange. Okay, like this. Okay, then pure white. So I'm gonna sign this now. Oh my god, did you see that? That I already lost control of my paintbrush. As I told you, I feel like all my paintbrushes just slip through my hands. I don't know why. What's going on? So I'm gonna use my white to sign maybe right here because this is finished. Mhm. Yeah, it's finished. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's quite simple. And as I mentioned during the intro of this video, I'm gonna link in the description box below some other fish painting tutorials that I've done in the past so that you can choose from among them. And I hope you enjoy this one and I hope to see you in my next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Mhm. 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 Love you.